Welcome to SAF Studios Insider. I'm your host, Mary Dawn, and today we're broadcasting from the set of the Western Good Men Never Die, being shot here on the back lot at SAF Studios in San Antonio, Texas. Believe it or not, it's the end of January and it's 80 degrees. Eat your heart out, everybody. What a great place to be right now. My guest today is Bill Rivers. Bill is from Pipe Creek, Texas, which is just outside of San Antonio. Bill's also brought a friend here, Cowpoke, as you can see, a longhorn steer, yay. And Bill is going to be providing animals to SAF Studios for the tours that are going to be beginning in March of this year. Bill, tell me about the animals that you plan to bring down here to the studio.
Well, Mary, I've got quite an assortment of animals that I worked out in California, you know, in and out of Hollywood for the past 37 years. Everything from camels to water buffaloes to ostriches, zebras, just about everything you can think of at one time or another I've worked with. And I'm really excited to be here and being part of this new project. And hopefully we can have a lot of animals on display here.
That's great. Now, camels, how will they do? Do they do well in this part of the country?
They do. They're very adaptable to different climates. They can take a lot of cold and they can take a lot of heat also. So, yeah, they get along great here.
Well, that's wonderful. Now, I understand some of your animals you've actually used in some of the movies. Tell me about some of your movies.
Oh, yeah, sure. Going back quite a few years, back to the 70s, a movie called Humps, H-A-W-M-P-S.
Sure, I remember.
Texan for humps.
That's right.
Yeah. That was the first major movie that I had worked on back in the 70s, and learned a lot about the film business on that. We shot that out in Tucson, Arizona, and just had a ball doing that. I learned a lot about camels and a lot about the movie business, and it just went on from there. I've been doing it ever since.
Wonderful. Well, now, what brought you? You're not originally from Texas, or are you?
No, I'm originally from Nebraska.
Nebraska.
Then born in Nebraska, but raised in Missouri.
Oh.
Then, as a young man, after I got out of the Army, I moved out to California.
Great.
And my dad had a friend who was in the movie business and had a wild animal show that toured the country. And I was just really fascinated by that, so I wanted to be part of that. So I moved to California and got in the wild animal business.
Well, that's great. And you had other movies you said besides the Humps?
Oh, since Humps, yeah. Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls, George of the Jungle.
What did you have in Ace Ventura?
Well, I had the ostrich that
Really?
Ace rode, yeah.
Oh my goodness!
And my brother was also on that film. He had a lot of animals on it. We filmed that in South Carolina. That was a blast, a lot of fun. I really love doing that kind of stuff.
So, what will the tourists that come tour our studios out here? What will you be planning to bring here?
Oh, probably camels, water buffalo, ostriches, stuff like that.
Oh, gosh, we are looking so forward to that. Well, we really appreciate you coming and being my guest today.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Another movie that people might recognize, Scorpion King.
Yes.
I had the big white camel on Scorpion King.
Wonderful.
Also, I had a lot of animals on Evan Almighty. And most recently, they sent me over to Morocco to train some ostriches for Prince of Persia.
Training ostriches.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Well, that's my secret.
Okay, well, we'll leave it there. Well, again, thank you so much for being my guest.
My pleasure. And this is Cowpoke, of course. He's an up-and-coming star.
Well, Cowpoke, you're wonderful. We
pretty...
love longhorns in this part of the world,
yeah.
that's for sure.
He's a good boy.
Okay. Join me next time for SAF Studios Insider.